you. Thank you, thank you. Thank you. Thank you so much. Oh, what a warm round of applause. I addressed these remarks to a very good friend of mine, Michael Jackson. Now, Michael, everyone knows you've broken every sales record known to man, and you've had the #1 and #2 best-selling albums of all time. The #1 selling single of all time. I mean, you're the biggest selling artist ever. But tonight, we're not here to talk about that. We're here to talk about your achievements as a humanitarian, and your concern about the well-being of children and brothers and sisters everywhere, and of Mother Earth herself. And that concern, hey, just show the film, all right? Just right.
This USA for Africa theme created by Michael Jackson became the biggest selling single in history and focused the world's attention on the starving millions in Africa's heartland. Michael definitely is there for the children of the world. When he goes on tour, he spends as much time visiting hospitals and orphanages as he does on stage. And before each performance, he devotes at least an hour to disabled and terminally ill children who visit him backstage. Through the years, Michael has been there with the Burn Treatment Center and support for the Ronald McDonald Kids with Cancer program, the Child Help USA program, and the Make-A-Wish Foundation, inviting kids to visit him at his ranch.
Michael's work with disadvantaged young people and those with disabilities reflect his profound commitment to children. We wish you well, sir, as you bring light into children's lives, something you feel so strongly about.
Michael Jackson is proof of what a person can accomplish through a lifestyle free of alcohol or drug abuse. People young and old respect that, and if Americans follow his example, then we can face up to the problem of drinking and driving. And we can, in Michael's words, beat it.
In Beat It from Thriller, the largest selling album ever, Michael dealt with gang violence that now plagues our cities. And in Man in the Mirror from Bad, the second biggest selling album, he asked all of us to change our ways. In 1992, prior to the Dangerous tour, Michael made a pilgrimage to Africa, not to perform and not for profit. His visit was to bring love and to receive love in an effort to establish deeper bonds and understanding among all people. In Dangerous, which entered the charts at #1 and became the world's biggest album of 1992, Michael asked us all to heal the world. The LA riots and their aftermath moved Michael to come up with Heal LA, a plan to help heal the hood. It's sponsored by the Heal the World Foundation and the International Youth Foundation and co-chaired by Michael and former President Jimmy Carter.
Please welcome the recipient of the 1993 Humanitarian of the Year Award, my friend, Mr. Michael Jackson. Michael!
Thank you. So, Eddie,
wait, yeah. I know. I want to know what happened. I don't know about them.
I'm sorry about this. Very sorry. You want to know what happened?
Yeah, what happened?
What?
You can't just come out like that and not tell us what happened. I mean,
You really want to know? I was dancing and I went into a spin and I twisted my ankle very badly. But I wanted to come here to thank everyone. But first, Eddie, I heard you do have a new album out. You're the one who's dangerous.
see, I thought. See, I thought that. Just finish. Don't drag me into this. Because last time I saw you, your foot was fine.
I know, but I'm in pain now. I'm really
in pain?
Ever since
Michael's in pain.
ever since I was a child, I realized I had a lot of love to share from my soul. The black tradition is a tradition of soul. I love you too. Can I borrow this? Take that one, and I'll take this one. It's so beautiful. The black tradition is a tradition of soul, which is a gift of love and joy. Soul is the most precious thing you can share, because you're sharing yourself, and the world needs that gift now more than ever. The child with AIDS in the ghetto is waiting for you, along with the starving people in Africa, and everyone else who needs healing. Make the world more beautiful by sharing with me the wonderful feeling you get when your soul is lifted up to become pure love. I accept this award on behalf of all the children of the world who are my inspiration and my hope. Thank you, Dr. Deepak Chopra, Mohan Mirjani, Chuck Hirsch, Sandy Gallen, and Jim Morey, BET, and all the black program directors and DJs for keeping my music on the air. I thank you from the bottom of my heart.
The nominees for Best R&B Soul Singles by a Male are
Games, Chucky Booker. Humping Around, Bobby Brown. Remember the Time, Michael Jackson. Baby Got Back, Sir Mix-a-Lot.
Shake that healthy butt. Baby got ballet feet with the open knee.
and the Soul Train Music Award goes to the winner is Remember the Time, Michael Jackson.
Thank you again. I love you all. Thank you, Barry Gordy, the Sony family, Aiko Marita, Mickey Schulhoff, Tommy Mottola, Dave Glue, and especially Hank Caldwell, Teddy Riley, all the program directors and DJs who play my records, Sandy Gallen and Jim Morey, and the fans. At the young age of 31, Eddie Murphy has carved out a truly spectacular career in almost any direction he chose to go in, including stand-up comedy. I love you too. This is Eddie's moment. Television, film acting, film directing, television producing, and music. Indeed, it would be impossible to cover all of Eddie's achievements, how brilliantly he performed in each area. But let's take a look.
How you doing? Hello there. You has reached the home of George Kingfish Stevens.
I am Nanja Iboko, exchange student from Cameroon.
I'm Axel Foley, Beverly Hills Billy Inspector.
Excuse me.
Hey, it's Kunta Kinte!
Once you have a man with no legs, you never go back, baby.
So how long would it take to shave those legs anyway?
I suppose you're trying to be charming.
Well, actually, I'm just offering my grooming services.
Hugh Hefner, Axel Foley.
I'm sorry, I feel like I know you already, because you know how many times I've put your magazine up and forget about it.
Do you think perhaps just once I might use the bathroom by myself?
Close to music, sir.
Wipers!
Hey. In my pocket, it's a whole thing of Tic Tacs. Take as many as you like, please.
Come on, sucker. Let's get it on.
Oh, you want to fight? You want to fight?
Is there a problem, officers?
We're not going to fall for a banana in the tailpipe.
You're not gonna fall for the banana in the tailpipe?
It should be more natural, brother. It should flow out like this.
Look, man, I ain't falling for no banana in my tailpipe.
And I want to tear you apart. And your friend, too.
I ain't doing nothing in front of this dude because this dude is a cop. I know when I can smell a pig inside the room. I used to be a Muslim, man, and I know that's pork over here. Yes, pork.
I'm looking for Victor Maitland.
You realize that this is a members-only club?
But I have to talk to Victor. It's very, very important.
Are you sure it's Victor Maitland you want?
Oh, yes, Victor Maitland, the gray-haired gentleman, very dark-skinned, Capricorn.
There's a new sheriff in town,
I want you out of here. Get out of here, you degenerate.
and his name is Reggie Hammond. Y'all be cool. Right on.
Is this a...
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the recipient of the 1993 Soul Train Music Awards Heritage Award, Mr. Eddie Murphy.
Thank you so much. Isn't it nice to see him getting out and giving people awards and stuff? This is wonderful. This is very nice. I'd like to thank everybody that ever came and laughed at anything that I ever did. I'd like to thank God. I'd like to thank my mother and my father and my brothers and Nicole and Bree and Miles, and I want to thank Michael for hobbling out here and giving me this award, and thank Don Cornelius and Soul Train, and thank everybody up there. Thank you so much. Thank you, my family. Thank you to my crew, Rashawn and Trudy and Bert.
The 7th Annual Soul Train.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome recipient of the 1996 Soul Train Award, Humanitarian of the Year Award, and probably the greatest entertainer in the world. You know him as the king of pop, rock, and soul, Michael!
Remember my baby? Do you remember, girl? On the phone, you and me, till dawn, 2, 3. When we fell in love, we were young and innocent then. Do you remember how it all began? It just seemed like heaven, so I did. Do you remember back in the fall? Then we did again. All day long. Do you remember us holding hands? Remember each other? Run DMC, I think you're brilliant. And I'd like to thank Don Cornelius. I love you, Don. Thank you. Thank you, Barry Gordy, Dave Glue, and especially Hank Caldwell, Bob Jones, and last, the public, the fans. I love you all.
The 7th Annual Soul Train.